Hey Blades fans, welcome back to Hertz Arena and welcome, finally, to the Teddy Bear Toss Night, December 9th home game against the South Carolina Stingrays. Jake, wrapping up this three-game series, and we got a great uniform, we got a great cause being supported tonight, and it's just the best night of the year.
I mean, it's the most fun night on the calendar. I mean, it's the best way to start off the holidays. We're looking good, feeling good. The team was doing the exact same last night. You can also be looking good in one of these jerseys, game-worn, signed Everblades Teddy Bear Toss jerseys are going up on the Dash auction app right now. You can download it, bid on your favorite player's jersey, and get it all in support of the Bare Necessities Foundation. Great jerseys for a great cause, Will, on a really fun night of hockey.
We saw the Everblades get a 4-0 shutout win in these uniforms last night against the South Carolina team to snap a three-game losing streak, so I think we're in store for another good game tonight in these uniforms.
Yeah, we sure are. I mean, Cam Johnson, he really held the team in it during a rough start in the first period. I mean, at one point, I think it took about 14 minutes before the Blades got a shot, but they scored on their second one and their third.
Yeah.
Had a 2-0 lead after the first period, and from there, the game got a lot more evened out on the shot clock, and all throughout the match, the Blades gradually just took more and more control, locked things down, added a little bit of insurance along the way. Really good win, a mix of character and strong control. So it was nice to see a little bit of everything positive in that Blades win.
A really strong, like you said, close to that first period. South Carolina dominating, and I would absolutely agree. A lot of character, a lot of really good execution, especially down the stretch, giving Florida that 4-0 victory, and a lot of key players coming in to factor in this game. Cam Morrison, Patrick Hallway, a lot of faces getting in on the goal scoring.
Yeah, Patrick Hallway, an absolute heater that gave the Blades at the time in the second period their third goal of the game. Cam Morrison gets a pair, Mark Sendin a goal and an assist. It was a really strong night all around from a number of players, but I think you got to go to the crease. Cam Johnson, the 34-save shutout for his first of the season. That was certainly the story, especially in the first period, as we mentioned. Blades are going to want a faster start tonight, but if Cam Johnson's playing the way he did last night tonight, then you get a lot more leeway in what you're doing tonight.
Fully deserving of that first star last night in the 4-0 victory was Cam Johnson, putting up an absolute clinic in the crease and really keeping the Everblades in that game for a while. You mentioned the shot disparity in the first period, but it was quality shots that South Carolina was taking, and Cam Johnson keeping them in it. But Jake, another observation I had from last night was the physicality. It definitely stepped up a notch after Wednesday night's game, and if tonight is anything like last night, that physicality is only going to increase.
Yeah, we went from 3 penalties in the entire game on Wednesday to 3 through the first period and quite a few more. A fight, a number of close to being fights, one player getting kicked out with a game misconduct for South Carolina. These teams don't like each other, and in a game that's as emotionally charged as Teddy Bear Toss night, there's going to be even more emotion. South Carolina, they had their Teddy Bear Toss game last week. They're going to be looking to spoil Florida's now. It's a different feel when you're going in on the road against a Teddy Bear Toss. You know South Carolina's going to try to come out with basically the exact same start they had last night, except getting a goal to take the crowd out of it, because the crowd's certainly going to be a factor tonight. Sellout crowd at Hertz Arena, and it's going to be fun all the way through. Blade's got to be able to feed on it. And you know South Carolina's going to try and take that away as soon as they can.
We have been selling standing room only tickets for quite some time now. Every seat should be occupied tonight for what is inarguably the most anticipated game of the season. But Jake, a 5-game win streak for South Carolina ending last night, a 3-game losing streak for the Everblades losing last night as well. So both teams just kind of going back to the drawing board. You know, the past couple of games are maybe not reflective of what happened last night, but Everblades trying to build off that win and South Carolina trying to not make it a losing streak.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the goal for both squads, right? Florida sees a chance where if they can ride into the Orlando games next week off a pair of wins where you've got some time to rest over the next week. You're going to be delivering the Bears next week, too, on Tuesday, so that's going to be a good day for the group, real team-building experience. So it's important for Florida to get this win, and as you mentioned for South Carolina, obviously they don't want to lose back-to-back games after getting on a long winning streak. They're trying to catch Greenville at the top of the South Division standings right now, and the best way to do that is to make sure that losing streaks never start. If you never lose more than one game in a row at a time, you're going to be at a pretty good spot at the end of the year. And Florida, they've had a couple of skids this season. It's why they're not where they want to be in the standings right now. best way to remedy that is with stacking some wins together, and no better time to start a winning streak than Teddy Bear Toss night.
No doubt Everblades trying to dominate South Carolina like they did last night. But Jake, I think it's prime time that we got into the Griffith Group of Downing Fry Realty 3 keys to the game.
Well, the biggest key tonight is going to be getting a good, strong start. Last night's start is kind of one that would take the crowd out of the game, and that's not what you want on Teddy Bear Toss night. You want the fans to be rowdy, screaming, energized all the way from the start of the first and keep it going throughout the game. So obviously an early goal would go a long way for that, but getting early chances, being physical early on, making nice moves, getting in the attacking zone. Those things that bring fans to the edge of their seat, you want to be doing that as much as possible tonight. Second off is going to be feeding off the fans. There's going to be lulls in the game for sure where South Carolina is able to get their offense going, or maybe there's not a lot happening for the Blades offense at the other end. Use the crowd to your advantage in those moments where they're going to be cheering all night long. If you're feeling a little bit slow, feel like the game's calmed down, you're not feeling your game is going the way you want it to, just listen to the cheers from the crowd and get yourself moving again. Then finally is going to be discipline. Nothing can kill momentum like a penalty at an inopportune time. And Florida did a decent job last night of making sure they didn't end up on the wrong side of altercations, taking penalties. But you still don't want to give a team as lethal as South Carolina any power play chances to take the life out of your crowd, or more importantly for the game, build a lead.
No doubt. A great matchup teed up tonight, and please auction on these jerseys. It goes to a great cause, the Bare Necessities Foundation for Pediatric Cancer.
Download on the Dash Auction app.
Yes,
you can
sir.
find it Google, Android, Mac, whatever. Wherever you can find an app store to download it, you can get the Dash Auction app and get in on the bidding for these jerseys. And you better get on it soon, because just like the tickets for this game went fast, Will, these jerseys, they're going to be pretty popular. They're already pretty popular on the Dash Auction app.
They go quick, so make sure you get in on the action and support a phenomenal cause here in the Southwest Florida region. For Jake Maurice, I'm Will Henschel. Puck drop for Teddy Bear Toss right around the corner.